Whether you are a seasoned fan of Chinese historical dramas or a new to the genre, you're sure to find something wonderful on this list. China is one of the front runners in this race. More and more people liking Chinese dramas and enjoying their cultural beauty. In this post, I'll be mentioning the top 22 historical dramas of all time that have made a fan following of their own across the world. Number 22. Evernight. Evernight is an exceptionally beautiful Chinese drama. It has stunning cinematography, fabulous fight choreography, memorable action scenes, and well-developed characters. It couldn't have been other way, as it's based on Mao Ni's novel of the same name, which has a huge fan base. If you love adventure or action and historical fantasy dramas, give this one a shot. Number 21. The Princess Weiyoung. Princess Weiyoung is an adaptation from a novel based on The Poisonous Daughter, Qin Jian's novel about a real-life empress. The story is set in the chaotic 16 Kingdoms period and tells us story of Feng Xin, a kind-hearted royal princess. Because of the greed of others, almost the entire royal family is slaughtered, and the princess is left all alone. She then accidentally enters her enemy's palace and takes Li Weiyoung's identity, the daughter of the prime minister. In addition to the theme of vengeance, love and happiness are also present. If you're looking for a political plots and unpredictable twists and turns, you should check out this series. Number 20. Lost Love in Times. Lost Love in Times is based on the novel Drunk Linglong by Shi Si. Lost Love in Times is a beautiful combination of fantasy, romance, and historical drama. It features a beautiful and mysterious fantasy theme, complex relationships, and charming chemistry between the two leads. If you love period dramas like Scarlet Heart or 10 Miles of Peach Blossom, and looking for something similar, Lost Love in Times may be just the ticket. Number 19. Legend of the Dragon Pearl. Legend of the Dragon Pearl tells the love story between King Shi, the young emperor of the Qing dynasty, and Yi Huan, the last princess of Ming dynasty. Since Kang Shi became an orphan, a regent ascended the throne. The tyrannical government starts spying on Kang Shi and does whatever it can to prevent him from regaining his rightful power. The young heir to the throne has never experienced true friendship or love before. In this story, he becomes attached to Princess Yi Huan, who treats him as equal. Legend of the Dragon Pearl is a real emotional roller coaster. It will make you laugh out loud and cry a river at the same time. Number 18. Ruyi's Royal Love in the Palace. Ruyi's Royal Love in the Palace was adapted from the novel Hu Gong Ruyi Zhuan by Liu Lianzi. The story is about the marriage of Emperor Qianlong and a steppe empress. Through watching the series, you will become immersed in the empress life, which is paved with treachery. Even as she moves up the ranks to become the empress, she still faces many challenges in order to survive. However, this beautiful show is not only about palace intrigues and politics, it's also about the love between the emperor and empress. The drama also focuses on the lives and the insecurities of the women in the harem, and it does a good job illustrating their various motivations. Number 17. Song of Phoenix. Song of Phoenix is based on Lu Zhen's novel of the same name. It focuses on the legendary Chinese poet Lu Zhen during the troublesome Warring States period. In this story, a prodigy is born into a good, prosperous family, but falls in love with a slave girl. You might think that a relationship violating class boundaries would be doomed from the start, particularly in those times. However, the couple is stubbornly and desperately in love. They are ready to face countless obstacles in order to be together. It's also the story of how a prodigy tries to save his country. Give this amazing drama a try. Number 16. General and I. General and I was adapted from the novel A Lonesome Fragrance Waiting to be Appreciated by Feng Nong, General, and I tells a beautiful but heart-wrenching story. It's a story about love and all of its imperfections and challenges. This drama centers on two intelligent war mastermind rivals, a brilliant female strategist and Prince General Akea, the god of war. Belonging to rival kingdoms, the two must choose between loyalty to their country and unconditional love for each other. This drama will definitely have you glued to your screen. Number 15. Fight Break Sphere. Fight Break Sphere was adapted from the Xin novel Battle Through the Heavens. Set in ancient China, the series is a mix of fantasy and wuxia. It centers on a genius child who hasn't made any progress in martial arts because of H's mother's summoned ring. On day, the child encounters an old man who helps him make great progress. In addition, he learns who's behind the assassination of his family. If you are looking for a drama about superpower, defeating enemies, and saving the world, look no further. Number 14. Colourful Bone. The female lead in Colourful Bone is highly skilled in changing people's faces. She uses her talent to help those in need, but also gets herself into trouble. Watch this series if you like heart-wrenching stories of love and hate, and if you're intrigued by the protagonist's special skill that can bring either good or evil. Number 13. Ashes of Love. Ashes of Love is pretty long, but it will keep you glued to the screen the entire time. Adapted from the novel Heavenly Sweetness, Ash Like Frost, by Diane Sheen. The series takes place in ancient times and revolves around the beautiful love story of two prisoners, the son of the Heavenly Emperor and the daughter of the Flower Goddess. Ashes of Love shows us how the strength of true love can overcome obstacles. If you are looking for epic battle scenes, loyalty clashes, family drama, and power struggles, definitely gives this series a shot. Number 12. The King's Woman. If you like stories of betrayal, revenge, love triangles, and countless intrigues, The King's Woman is for you. The main story is about the first emperor of China, but the series also focuses on Sun Li, the daughter of a military commander who leaves her home and enters the palace. When she marries and joins the harem, her life becomes infinitely more complicated, and she must learn to fight for respect. If you love romance set against a background of palace politics, you won't be disappointed. Number 11. Legend of Lu Zhen. If you love seeing female historical figures on screen, you can't miss Legend of Lu Zhen. This series centers on an amazing, strong-willed woman who works hard for her position. The first female prime minister, the lead, Lu Zhen, a powerful woman who goes her own way. She enters the palace and quickly rises through the ranks due to her pottery-making skills. There's a good dose of romance. As well, she steals the heart of Crown Prince. Number 10. The Imperial Doctress. Here's another drama about the difficult life of a strong woman who beats all odds. Set during the Ming Dynasty, The Imperial Doctress is about the unstoppable Tan Yunqin, who comes from a family of court physicians. However, at that time, female practitioners were often framed for things. But Tan Yunqin is devoted to medicine, even if she has no choice but to keep it as secret. Life becomes even more complicated and more interesting when she gets to know the emperor. This series gives hints about how much time had passed, so that viewers can stay on top of the chronology. Number 9. Sound of the Desert. Sound of the Desert tells the story of a girl with no parents, no name, and no age. She is raised by wolves in the desert. One day, she meets her foster father and gets the chance to live in civilization. However, after her father is killed, she is forced to live in desert once again. After some time, she ventures back into the civilized world, and there she crosses paths with two men. One of them she ignores, the other she falls in love with, but is then soured. The story focuses on the romantic love triangle, so it will be an emotional roller coaster for those of you who love such stories. However, if you're looking for politics and intrigue, you might wish to skip this one. Number 8. 10 Miles of Peach Blossom, aka Eternal Love. 10 Miles of Peach Blossom, also called Eternal Love, is one of the most, if not the most watched Chinese drama ever. The series is adapted from the novel of the same name and features immortals, goddess, gods, and demons. The romance here is mind-blowing, and you will definitely enjoy watching the series, even if don't consider yourself a fan of historical or fantasy genres. This is love story that stretches across thousands of years and several lifetimes. Dive into this show to learn if this couple is destined to bear complicated love in 3 worlds and 3 lifetimes. Number 7. God of War, Zhao Yun. God of War Zhao Yun is loosely based on the 24th century novel romance of 3 Kingdoms, which focuses on Zhao Ziyalong, a great military general. Watching the series, we dive into the early 3 Kingdoms period in China. The story generally follows the general's life. You will know everything about his background, personality, about all his adventures and romances. This series highlights the most important aspects of Zhao Yun's life, and you will become intimately acquainted with the battles of his heart. Number 6. The Legend of Qin. The Legend of Qin is based on Wen Leping's animation series Qin Moon, which was adapted from the novel of the same name. The drama is set during the Qin dynasty, an important but chaotic time. The main story centers on a young hero, boy who changes the course of history. He faces violence in the regime, cruel enemies, relationship difficulties, and love. Number 5. Princess Agents. You will love Princess Agents if you are a sucker for series about an independent women defending and building themselves up. The main female lead in Princess Agents is a real badass, witty, brilliant, a great fighter, extremely loyal, and determined. Some of the characters she encounters dislike her, but her decisions are usually understandable. You will dive into the chaotic times of Wei, the period when innocent citizens could easily be conscripted into slavery. Our lead, a slave girl, is one of the unlucky people hunted by rich lords. Fortunately, she is saved by the prince and brought into a rich family. However, after witnessing their bloody struggle for power, she plans to flee, but she fails and has no choice but learn how to survive in this unfair world. This drama broke 1 billion views with only a trailer. If you are a fan of sweeping historical dramas with slow-paced romance, you cannot miss this one. Number 4. Bloody Romance is also on a novel. It is an amazing story about a woman who is tricked and forced into a brothel. She must learn how to survive and soon turns into a cold-blooded assassin. She crosses paths with murderers, psychopaths, and other dangerous people. If this sounds intriguing, give this fascinating series a try. Number 3. Scarlet Heart. Scarlet Heart center on young woman from the 21st century who gets into a car accident and, as a consequence, travels back in time to the Qing dynasty. Trapped in the teenage body her old incarnation, she knows it's better for her not to get involved in dangerous palace intrigues. However, she can't help herself and becomes enmeshed in a struggle for the throne. Part of the reason for this is due to love. If you like strong female characters, amazing plot, and heart-tugging emotions, don't skip this one. Number 2. Legend of Fu Yao. Legend of Fu Yao. From a young and stubborn slave to a strong, powerful woman, Fu Yao's evolution is perfectly captured in this series. Legend of Fu Yao is adapted from the novel Empress Fu Yao by Tan Guiwan and is set in the universe of 5 kingdoms. After an accident, Fu Yao set out on a journey across the kingdoms to find a way to set herself free from an evil curse. Along the way, she finds adventure, place intrigue, and romance. Number 1. Nirvana in Fire. The screenplay and cinematography of Nirvana in Fire will blow mind. Often compared to Game of Thrones, the extremely popular American TV show, Nirvana in Fire is loved by millions of fans. It's the story of a cruel betrayal and revenge, set in one of the most chaotic periods of China's history, when the country was divided between northern and southern dynasties. This series is guaranteed to satisfy. Those are the top historical Chinese drama of all time. So tell me which series you like most and what series do you want to see in this list. and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.